Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. Today's video is going to be a foundation review and a demo. We're kind of going back old school here. This is going to be the Revlon Colorstay liquid makeup. This was talked about and raved about so much back in the day, and I used this when I was in high school, and then I just discovered new foundations, and that's kind of my passion, is finding new foundations that really work with my skin. And then recently I found a new way that I love to wear this, and I've been wearing it ever since. So if you'd like to see my thoughts and also the demo, then just keep watching. So first, let's talk about the price. The price point is about $9.99, but I've also seen it go up to $12.99, and I strongly believe that there's a reason that this foundation has not been discontinued, because like I said, it's pretty ancient. It's been on the market for a very long time. And they have two different categories. They have the combination oily skin, which is what I have because I do have oily skin. And then they also have a normal to dry skin. So you have two different formulas that you can work with. That way it kind of caters to everybody's preferences in foundation. For shade selection, I thought it was kind of weird because the combo oily foundation has 20 shade selection, which is a very good variety. However, if you go on to the normal to dry type, they only have 12 shades. My shade is 330 Natural Tan. For coverage, it claims to be medium to full coverage, which I also stand by. It's definitely medium when you first apply it, but you can build it up to be full coverage if you'd like. I just also want to talk about the way that you apply this foundation. So I used to apply it with a brush, or if I was in a rush, I would just apply it with my fingers because it is a very fast drying foundation, so you don't really want to do dots all over your face and then try and blend it in with a brush. That doesn't really work for me. However, recently I had been trying it with my beauty sponge, a Soho beauty sponge, and it's completely changed the foundation. I feel like it's a whole different foundation now. I love it so much more than I used to, and I just think it gives the most flawless airbrushed finish without being cakey. So I recommend that if you've tried this foundation back in the day like I did, and you're using a brush or your fingers, try to use it with a damp beauty sponge, whether it be the Beauty Blender, Soho beauty sponge. I know Real Technique also has one now. I feel like it'll completely change your impression on it, and I think you'll really fall in love with it again. For longevity, it claims to have wear for up to 24 hours, and I mean, who really wears their makeup for 24 hours? When I wear this, I've noticed that I get probably a solid 8 hours of wear before I feel completely kind of like greasy and oily with it, but I do touch up sometimes throughout the day if I have a powder on me. If not, it's not like I think I look like an oily hot mess or something like that, but I would definitely say you get a good 8 hours with this foundation. Some cons about that foundation though is, one, it dries very quick. Like I kind of already mentioned, you don't want to dot this all over your face and then just use a foundation brush like this to blend it in, because you're going to notice some cakiness with that, because it's going to try and dry and it's not going to blend very well, and you're going to keep putting more on that way. And if you've tried it that way and you might not like the foundation because of that, again, try it with a damp beauty blender or a sponge. I think you'll really like it and you'll notice the difference too. Then also, kind of what I mentioned before, is too much will definitely create a cakey face, and that's a lot of the talk about this foundation. Everybody said it's so full coverage and wonderful, but it tends to be a little cakey. And again, I think that's just when people were applying it not quick enough, because then it dries and it literally just stays there. I'll kind of show you what I mean. It's almost waterproof, it seems like. So if you get just a little bit and put it on your skin, I'll let this dry for a little bit and you'll see it just won't come off. So if you're not blending quick enough, it's just going to kind of be a splotch right there. Also, talking about that now that I opened it, it also does not have a pump. That's a big deal to some people. For me, I just like to dip the foundation or kind of pour it out onto my sponge and then blend it that way into small sections of my face. But it does not have a pump, and some people will say that's not sanitary, which I totally agree, but I like the foundation so much inside that I'm willing to deal with that. So, okay, as you can see, this is just a splotch of it, and if you try and blend it, some of it will just kind of stay there because it's dried so much, and it kind of starts to look unnatural to where you start thinking that you need to apply more, and then that's how you achieve the cakey look. But all in all, like I said, I absolutely love this foundation. Some other foundations that I really like, if this will help, depending on what foundations you use, I really enjoy the Colorstay Matte Foundation. This one has been my new favorite up until I started trying the Revlon Colorstay with the sponge. So if you saw my last video, I was talking about this, raving about it, and I still really like it, but just right now in the tan that I have going on with my self-tanner, I feel like this is just a perfect match for me. I'm also a really big fan of the CoverGirl 3-in-1 foundation. I don't know, again, I feel like right now with the way that the sponge is applying, I like the Revlon Colorstay more. I also really enjoy the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation, the Laura Mercier Oil-Free Foundation, and I will link all the foundation tutorials and reviews that I have done already down below in the description box. That way you can check it out, just in case you're not really curious about this foundation, or if you want to see other foundations that I've tried and tested and my thoughts about them. I think with this foundation, the pros outweigh the cons. I think it's totally worth trying if you have tried it in the past and you want to try it a different way now, or if you've just overlooked it because it is kind of ancient and old. So now let's just roll into the demo. Also, excuse my arms of my self-tanner. I applied it 2 nights ago and I was trying a different way to apply it. I was using a brush and I kind of noticed that I missed some spots, so please ignore that in the video, but let's just get on to the demo and thanks for watching. Guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, let me know any other foundations that you'd like me to try. Again, I do have oily and sensitive skin, so I would love to try any new foundations and help you guys out. And please subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with all of my videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!